Hi, I'm Brian Rakovic with Heat Seal in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm going to show you how to replace the bearings on the drive roller for the HDX 250 tunnel. What we have here is a partially assembled tunnel. This is actually the drive or the outfeed end of the machine, and down here would be where the infeed is, where it would butt up against the takeaway conveyor. First thing you want to do is remove there's two covers here to remove. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fasteners on the back cover that we'll take off. There is one down below. So we'll remove those. I don't have all the fasteners in there just for demonstrational purposes. Probably actually leave one fastener in to hold the cover in place, and then I'll take the side cover off. And this will actually expose the drive motor and the drive chain. What we'll then do is we will have to loosen the tension on the belt, and we're going to move around to the front of the machine. This is now on the infeed end of the belt. With a completed machine, the takeaway or the seal conveyor is going to butt right up against this area. So to loosen the tension on the belt, use a 7/16 inch wrench, and what you want to do is turn these fasteners counterclockwise, and you might be able to see, but it will actually cause this roller to move downstream, which is going to take the tension off the belt. The next step, once the tension has been released from the belt, is to actually remove the belt, and there will be either a nylon pin or a stainless steel wire that will run through the belt here, and it'll be a matter of just grabbing that, pulling that out, and then just simply remove the belt to access the roller. The next step is simply loosening the motor mount, because we have to take the tension off the drive chain. Using a 5/16 wrench, there's 4 fasteners down here, simply loosen those fasteners. And I've already loosened the other 3. By doing that, we can actually raise the motor up and then to actually take the tension off. If you raise it up and then just tighten one screw down, it will hold it in place. Now the bearing blocks for the drive shaft are held in place by, there's 2 fasteners on each side. There's 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. And what we're going to now do is just simply using a 5/32 Allen key, just remove all 4 of those fasteners. Now once both the bearing blocks have been loosened, if you slide this one out slightly, you can actually just take the shaft out, and you should be able to create enough slack that will allow you to take the chain right off the other sprocket. What you can then do is remove the chain using a 5/64 wrench, loosen the sprocket, slide the sprocket off, and then just simply replace each bearing. Slide it off. Note there is a spacer here. Leave the spacer in place. Take your new bearing, slide it into place. Slide your sprocket back on, making sure the flange side is toward the inboard side of the machine and on the flat. You can butt it right up against the end of the shaft and tighten it up. Then simply drop your chain back on and slide the shaft back into position, making sure the chain goes around the motor sprocket. And then simply reinstall the fasteners that hold the bearing block in position. Once all 4 fasteners have been tightened on the bearing blocks, then it is time to put tension back on the drive motor, and I'll just simply loosen the fastener that I had loosened, tightened before, and then just simply pull down the motor to put tension on the chain and retighten all 4 of the fasteners. Now reinstall the belt. Simply match up the loops and start feeding your rodder pin through. The last step then is to by turning the hex heads clockwise to retension the belt to the proper tension, and then simply turn the system on and check your belt tracking. The last step is then simply replace the cover. The side cover goes on first, and the back cover on second. And